Welcome back everyone, and in this project we are going to jump in and I want to show you how to set up the software so that you can use it for different disciplines, whether you want to use it for mechanical to draw up a part, or if you want to use it for architectural to design a floor plan or a design of a house, or if you want to use it for civil or survey if you want to lay out a boundary of land or some project in that magnitude. So I want to show you guys how to do this. And of course you can see here it shows you a few things on what you need that we're going to follow. So I want to open up AutoCAD and I'm using on this one 2021. You can download 2022 or 2023. They're all very similar. But first thing that I want you guys to remember, I'm just going to flip through these real quick, is let it have time to work here. Whenever you open up AutoCAD, if it doesn't have your startup wizard, always type in startup, enter, and make sure you put number 1, enter. And when you do that, when you go up here now and hit the new button or hit file new, and of course you don't see the file, if you come up here and hit this button and come down to show menu bar, you bring up this little bar that goes across. You can hit file new, or again you can just click here. You can actually click the red button too, but you get this wizard. Now if you don't have it start up on 1, if you got it on 0, usually it's defaulted to 0, you're not going to get this. Okay, you're not going to get the wizard, and you're not going to be able to use this advanced setup. And this is what I want to recommend for you guys to do. In advanced setup, just go OK. And the first thing we're going to set up is we're going to set up the architectural with a 50 by 50 foot. Okay, so let's do that. So in architectural, when you're setting up the units, go to architectural. And again, precision, significant figures, I mean, what's your precision on your drawing? Is it going to be, a 1/16 of an inch? Are you going to the perfection of 0 on this? You know what I mean? Or what is your precision ratio? And most of the time in architecture you see around a 1/16. You very rarely ever see a 32nd or 64th. I'd say 1/16 is about as good as you're going to see. But anyways, we'll move on and hit next. You want to use decimal degrees, precision, 0 is fine. And leave it at east, your 0. Leave it on counterclockwise, that's just its default. It's totally fine. But then whenever we get to the limits, you want to set it, I think it was 50 foot by 50 foot. Let's take a look. Yeah, 50 foot by 50 foot. So make sure you type in 50 and put your little foot sign right there. Alright, it looks like a minute. And put 50 here. That means you're going to go width 50 foot and 50 foot up. So you got to remember AutoCAD, inside of AutoCAD, like on the model space, it's like reality. When you draw something 50 foot by 50 foot, it's really 50 foot by 50 foot. You're not scaling anything inside of AutoCAD. You're drawing it to normal size. Whenever we scale to put it on paper, it's when we go into our paper and layouts. We can do it from there. But 50 foot by 50 foot, this is what we're drawing in. And basically you can draw bigger than this, but whenever you come in to start working on this, if I hit, and we'll show you this a little bit later, but if you hit Z for zoom, enter, and A for all, it will open up your 50 by 50 limits. Okay, you can be outside that limits, it's just you're not going to see it. You'll have to go in there and you'll have to just kind of scroll it out. But this is basically what you're viewing, 50 foot by 50 foot. So you can draw bigger in it, don't get that wrong. It's not saying you have to stay inside this 50 by 50. It's just part of your viewing process, okay? So finish that. And all I want you to do is when you get done with that, just do File, and you want to go to Save, and somewhere we'll go to our desktop, and I want you to have good files. Make yourself a new folder. Call this one CAD 100 Spring 2023 or 22 or 24, whatever year it is when you're watching this video, just so that you have some good records and you can keep up with everything and nice and neat and orderly. And then you come in here. I want to save this one as my architecture setup. And that's all you do for that one. And drawing to 2018, that's fine. That's fine. You can go back and set them at different timelines. But hit save on that one. That one's saved. So now let's go on and let's do the next one, which is going to be my civil drafting. So let's do that. So I go File, New, and you should see your wizard. If you don't, you come down here, you escape out of it. Escape gets you out of all commands in AutoCAD. If I hit escape, it gets me out. Okay, it just goes back and clears the commands. But anyways, again, advanced setup. And again, if you don't have this, do startup down here after you escape out of the command and hit 0 or hit 1 and enter, and it'll always be on that computer. It will never leave that. Okay, so every time you open it from after you put that 1 in there for startup, the wizard will be on there every time you open it up. So I want to go on and set up a civil drawing. So I hit OK. Come down to this time, instead of architectural, we're going to do engineering. Precision. How close do you want it? Precise, precision wise. I'll put something like that. I'll hit next. And on this one, I want surveyor units. That'd be degrees, minutes, and seconds. And that's going to be using bearings. So I come down here. I want to find one that's got the degrees, minutes, and the seconds, just like that. Okay, hit next. Leave it at east. Leave it at counterclockwise. And this time, it's going to be a 1,000 by 2,000. So we are going to draw this thing with 2,000 feet by 1,000 feet. Finish it. Okay, make sure you put that foot sign. And again, when you get in here, just do File, Save As, and we'll find that CAD 100 Spring 2023 this time. I'm going to go in here and put Civil Engineering Setup. Okay, and then we could draw whatever we want to draw in it. The last one is going to be mechanical. Say you want to draw, some type of design. Maybe you want to draw some new set of rims for your car or something like that. You want to design something cool like that. File, New. You come in here and hit OK. This time you're just going to use decimal. What precision do you want? Do you want it in the tenths, hundreds, or thousandths? Whatever you're looking for. Hit next. Decimal degrees is fine. And east and counterclockwise, all that's good. And I think just a regular size sheet of paper would be sufficient. 11 by 8.5. So it's fine right there. But I'll just do what the book says here, or what the blackboard says. I hit finish on that, and we're ready. Now go ahead and make sure you file and save it. Back how we've been saving these things. This would be my mechanical setup. Okay, save that. Now while this is in here, I want to make sure that you guys have a few things taken care of inside your AutoCAD, which would be nice. First thing was, if your dynamics are on, if you look like when you're drawing and it's got this stuff on the screen, you see that? See how that it's like putting numbers on the screen? Sometimes that can throw you off, especially when you first start working with AutoCAD. So there's a button here that you can click on. This is Dynamics. If you click on that, it turns it off. And if you don't have that little button on yours, come over here to where you got these little customization little blinds here, And when you open it up right here, it's check marked. If I take that off, it leaves my status bar. If I click it, it comes back on, it shows up. That's all. Everything that's clicked on here will show up on this status bar. That's all that's talking about. So make sure that you have that turned off. Again, if yours doesn't have the menu bar up here, make sure that you click right there and get that menu bar up there. It makes your life so much easier. And here's your command line. Make sure all that's in there. And that should wrap this part up. Just when you go into Blackboard, just go in there and submit all three of those drawings. They'll be DWGs, and it'll be set up for your civil, architectural, and mechanical. And that will help you to understand how to set things up so that you can start drawing, because we're getting ready to start drawing these things. And I'll let you know which ones. If it's a mechanical drawing, I'll let you know. If it's civil or if it's architectural, I'll let you know what those are so that you can set those up accordingly, okay? If you have any problems or any questions, just let me know.